we talk a lot about how romantasy fiction has destroyed fantasy, especially when it comes to bookstores, and that these women are just into this very creepy pornography that is really, really off the deep end. We've covered, of course, that bull milking farm. Yes, it's bull milking. Where women are fantasizing about monster creatures, and it's just very off the rails. It starts at the big level with Sarah J. Maas, with Rebecca Yarros. They write this kind of smut, and of course it goes deeper and weirder the more you get into the Kindle stuff, and that is what's permeating all these bookstores and causing a lot of problems. But it's not better for male readers for the most part. There's a men's romance genre, which is all fantasy-oriented as well, which I've covered a couple of times, and actually got some pretty nice authors responding here in the comments from it, but it is something that is also going to show that the average taste of readers, it really just wants that generic slop more than anything else, and it's working. Now, I found an author who actually used AI to create the most generic fantasy harem slop ever, and it started selling, and he's starting to make a career out of it because it's going so well at this juncture. Now, I actually talked to the author and learned a little bit about it behind the scenes, but I'm going to show you what he did. I'm going to show you what's happening with this men's adventure, men's romance stuff that's going on also. And gosh, this is the absolute state of reading. It's now turned into just this really crappy fanfic porn of everything, and I don't see a way back. AI is only making it worse at this juncture. And I wish people would just use AI for good and creativity, but hey, this is what happens. Let's get into this news because this is quite the rabbit hole to get down. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here. I am a sci-fi and fantasy author myself, and I have The Stars Entwine. This is a human-written book. It's by me, and it is a space opera that really builds a nice culture and a really cool thing that has a big impact. And I'm building this world, and I'm going to be doing a space exploration series that comes out of this. So check it out. It's in the description below. If you like Babylon 5, if you like Deep Space Nine, like the kind of 90s space opera, that was a lot of fun back then. Lois McMaster Bujold, 80s Bane books. This is going to be the book for you. I think you'll enjoy it. I've got a full trilogy. Catch up on this universe because what I've got coming out is really, really cool. I've been promising this book series for a while, and I'm taking a long time to write it because I am doing an intricate time travel thing, and it's a lot of work to keep everything functional and straight and actually build the world out right the way I want it. And I'm taking my time with it rather than rushing it for you guys. So sorry I haven't delivered, which I meant to this summer, but it will be coming out soon. That means if you're new here, it's a good thing to catch up on. This is in the description below. Check it out. It's on ebook, print, and audio. Really appreciate you guys being here. So as I mentioned before, yes, it's not just women that have their romantasy, crazy, weird stuff. This is men's adventure fiction. If you look at men's adventure fiction, the top levels are porn here. And I actually know a couple of these authors who do this under pen names, and like I said, I know them. They're nice people. Some of them are very good writers, and some of them are not. And so it doesn't really matter. That's what Amazon is, and it's all just based on a cover and a sort of pledge. I got the word right here, and all just based on what's going on. And you can see this here. This is the #1 men's adventure pledged to him, an unconventional romance. His sorority harem. Book 6. Oh my gosh. And you could see what they did with the covers here to get people to buy. I'm sure people really care about the words inside and just and that's, oh my gosh, it just gets even cringier as it goes along. Now this is it. This is obviously, we know exactly what this is. This is just romantasy, but the men's version. Warlock is another one. It's the same sort of situation right here. And it's just, they're flying. I mean, you could see thousands and thousands of reviews on these books. Here's another one, Endure, De Vos Chronicles, which is going to be much the same thing. Gears and Girls, book 2 is up there. And Escaping the Time Loop with and you could tell by the covers which ones are just normal books and which ones are these type of things. Wives and Wands. Oh my God. Emily Sinfall. That's a real name for sure. And so you could see exactly what it is. This entire thing is just built up right here. And like I said, it doesn't matter. So like I said, I know some are good writers doing this under a pen name just to make a buck, and I know other ones that are actually doing this as an experiment. This guy actually was honest enough to talk about this experiment, which is kudos to him, by the way. And he said, I'm doing an experiment. This is the most generic lit RPG harem book I could come up with. There are no spins, no twists, no innovations, no zany genre masters. It's just a normal lit RPG story, simple and fun. I'm writing this right now to see if it sells, and if it does, I'm going to get so annoyed. Now, he did not go full on all the way porny sex scenes with it like a lot of these books do. That's why a lot of these people read them at this point. But just based on the cover, just based on the way that he set these things up, and just based on the title, people just see the genre conventions. They go, oh, I'm going to get that because I like the other ones, right? And that's how the absolute state of literacy is at this point. And this isn't, he wrote it with AI. This is not, he didn't even write it himself. He just AI'd it out, and it's selling like hotcakes as he goes through here. So this, like I said, men are not better in their reading habit. Level up harem right here. As you can see, he said, created in 5 hours. Plot, novel, cover. If it sells, seriously, F you. This is pretty funny because I always see so many authors on X going like, if you're looking for a book, buy my book, right? And of course, nobody ever clicks on their stuff, and it just never does any good. This guy's telling people not to buy the book. And it actually, I think, is causing a reverse sort of thing. This is interesting just from a marketing study standpoint, how impactful it is. But it is first sale, 3 sales, 4, and he listed his sales for a while as it goes on. And he got to 50, he got to 65, which this is a guy who says it's his best-selling book already. Now, by the way, this is not abnormal. If you go and you see most writers, they don't sell 100 copies of their books. I'm very lucky, of course, to have this YouTube platform and a lot of people who follow me. But honestly, like almost every writer I talk to has not sold 100 copies of their books. That's pretty normal out there. And it's going to get worse because all this kind of AI slop on there is going to dominate the charts at this point. It's going to make it even harder to see what's going out there. And very interesting. Why do you all crave generic slop? And he says, I spent 5 more hours editing, minor errors, uploaded, and that's it. And he just re-put it up. And then he just started making these Catgirl AI images for promotion, right? And then, of course, he's got an uncensored edition for a box set for, of course, more people to get in on this and look at nasty porn. And that's what he does. So as he goes, and he says, he actually said this, which is interesting because he says it almost has 0 sex scenes. They're tasteful romance scenes. I'll keep this as is and see if it continues being successful. I'll make an uncensored version. And that's interesting because, like I said, most of the genre goes there like in spades. And so this worked pretty well. And so as he talks about it, the slop does not stop. He starts making more AI versions. And here it is on Amazon for us to look at right here. And so this is it. As he talks about it, he does not have all the reviews that a lot of people do. But as you can see, this is a book that's been out now for about a month, and it's still in the top 20,000 of Amazon, which means, by the way, it's selling about 10 to 20 books a day. And so he's just continuing to sell 10 to 20 books a day. And if you know how Amazon algorithm writing goes, that happens, and then you have a book 2 if you have it within a month or 2. It compounds the sales of book 1. And if you do a book 3 in a month or 2, it compounds the sales of book 2. So, and you just keep writing this, and eventually you're selling 100, 200 books a day. And that's how these things build very, very quickly over a while. And so, interesting stuff. He starts talking about the characters here, and this is his generic slop. Desert Sharp Rogue, cat eyes on you. Sand sticks to everything except for Mira. Half step ahead of every trap. The copper-haired cat girl moves like a heat shimmer across the dunes. Ears flick, tail whip, and twin daggers already scoring the weak spot. She's a heartbeat of level up harem, part scout, part thief, and a part unabashed troublemaker who turns danger into adrenaline and tension and chemistry. So, like he said, he did this, and he did the complete just generic tropes that he found in the top of these sort of categories. He just wrote it in AI in 5 hours, and it's selling. And of course, like I said, if he's moving 10 to 20 books a day, he was posting the sales. Then he's sold at least 300 copies, and he's probably going to be on his way to 1,000 by the end of the month now, which is nuts. And this is the absolute state. So what do we do about this? I don't know. I don't have an answer. I would love for you to give me an answer on how we get people to actually like care about fiction again and actually care about things beyond just like generic romance slop in all of these genres. But it is taking over everything, both men's and women's reading, and that is where we're at these days. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Do check out my Stars Entwined. It's in the description below. Really appreciate you being here. And this is a full trilogy. It really builds up nicely, and I can't wait to get this new trilogy out to you as well. But one thing at a time. Grab this. It's in the ebook, print, and audio. We'll be back soon.